My ESM-0 has a one-piece wing, and I have to drill the mounting holes for the wing, so I need to make sure that it's square to the tail feathers. I know a lot of people think that we ought to make sure that the wing is parallel to the horizontal stabilizers rather than square, but I think we need to square it first. After squaring, this image might look a whole lot different. The easiest way to get a wing like this square to the tail feathers is to measure from the tip of the aileron to the corner of the horizontal stabilizers, and do that on both sides of the plane. When we get it right, both of those dimensions will be identical. The seam in this two-piece wing shows me where that center is. So now I need to find the center of the back edge of the wing seat. And to find this center, I have this nifty centering ruler that makes this job very easy and very accurate. When I get the same numbers on both ends of the ruler, I make a mark at the center. Then all I do is align the seam of the wing with this mark. Then I just measure from the tip of the aileron to the rear edge of the stabilizer. Checking the wing this way is not only accurate, it's very repeatable, so we make sure we're getting the same dimension every time. Another thing I like about measuring a plane this way is that you can do it on virtually any airplane. And it gives you identical points on both sides of the plane. If you do this before you put the elevators on, this corner acts just like a pointer and lets you be very accurate when taking these measurements. To make corrections, we use that center at the trailing edge of the wing as a pivot point. When we find the error, we move the wing with the longer of the dimensions back half of that error. And then I go back and forth as often as I need to get both of the dimensions the same. And remember to check that center mark every now and then to be sure we haven't moved the back edge of the wing. When we get the wing squared perfectly, I go to the front edge of the saddle, put a piece of tape there, and mark the center of the wing at that point. That gives us centers on the leading and trailing edge of the wing, so we can put the wing back exactly in this position later on. This plane uses this reinforcement plate where we mount the back of the wing. So I found a center on that, put it in the middle with my alignment marks, and then marked the holes for drilling. The front of the wing is located with these pins that fit in the holes I drilled in the fuselage on the seat. We did that to make sure that that center mark stayed the same up in front. The rear mounting bolts run into T-nuts that we had to install after drilling the holes. Now with the leading edge dowels inserted and the holes drilled, we can now put the plate on and screw the wing down and make sure that it actually comes out square. And this really is the final check for square on this plane, and it came out perfect. It took a little doing, but now I'm satisfied with it, and I'm confident that the plane's going to fly better because of it. This is really difficult to do with a camera, but when I look at this plane with the bare eye, we can see that the wing is parallel to the tail feathers. I didn't notice until editing that we had the camera off-center to the left, so that made the wing on the left look higher. It's actually about a half an inch high on one side, but I'm going to leave it that way for the first couple of days of flying, and if it stays that way, then we'll fix it later. This whole procedure took less than an hour to do, including shooting video, but it's going to make a lot of difference in how the plane flies.